everything that's within me. Come on. I will bless his name.
Hello, welcome to my home. My name is Lynette Hammond, and I just wanted to share a small tip of decorating with you, things that cause me to have joy. Many times we have different occasions that we need to decorate for, and I understand if you are just like me, we don't have thousands of dollars a lot of times to decorate the way we want to, and so sometimes we have to do it on a small budget. I just want to show you a small example of how you could decorate. It may not be look like $1,000, but it'll look elegant, it'll look nice, it'll dress up what you need the occasion for. You will need, for example, I'm going to use 4 cups of water that I'm going to pour into this pan right there. I need 4 cups. And why I'm using the water is because this is so special. I use these things called water jewels. And water jewels, when water is applied to them, as you let them sit overnight or from 2 to 6 hours, what these little crystals do is they begin to form and they expand. And then the expansion, once they're expanded, then you can fully use them in your decorations, and they are so beautiful, especially when the glare comes from clear glass. These are some of the examples that I'm using. I got all of this stuff except for the crystals. I got all of these things from the dollar store. These crystals are so beautiful. I can't wait to use these. But what we're going to start with, color, regular food color, and we're going to do like we used to do in kindergarten. We're going to combine these 2 colors and make purple. Now what type of purple? Don't know. You can use as much as you want or as little as you want to make either a real statement of purple or even a light purple. And you don't have to just use these, but these are the colors because I love purple. That's my statement color. So I'm going to use red and I'm going to use blue. So I'm going to experiment and I'm going to do 1, 2, how about 3 drops of red? And let's see what 1, maybe 2 drops of blue will do. So we're going to stir this together to see if I'm going to get the purple that I'm looking for. But because this is very important. This looks like Kool-Aid. Let me show you. Purple Kool-Aid. Everybody remember grape Kool-Aid? Remember grape Kool-Aid? So I'm going to hold this up and show you. You can take any food coloring if you want to and experiment with it, because once you put these beads in there, what the beads do is it absorbs the color and it'll absorb the water. The more water you use in the beads, that's the more expansion that you'll get out of them. So as we mix this together, let me take this, I'm going to cut this off here. And I'm going to use like a teaspoon. Now you won't see the expansion right now, but we are going to do the process as an overnight thing. But I'm just showing you how to get started. I am going to use a teaspoon full of beads, 1 tablespoon. Now I'm going to put them in the water, and look, they're so small. They're like little crystals, Once these expand, you will be able, like this one packet can make 7 liters. One packet, that's how much they expand. And I got these from Michael's. And I'm only introducing this as a small portion. But if you've got like a place where you're going to be doing like, maybe you'll be doing like 12 tables or so. The more these beads you use, that's the more expansion that it'll give you. But you have to let these beads sit for about 6 hours or overnight. You get the full look of them. And if you use in food color and you see by day after you've looked at it, it's not quite the same color you want, all you have to do is add more coloring to what you're doing and mix it. And you're going to have to mix it because these will be These will be balls. They will be beautiful, clear balls in color that you will see, and they illuminate and they glow, and it's a beautiful thing to see once it's finished. But we will let these sit overnight, and what you do is you let it sit overnight, and you make sure that you cover them, you can seal them. Excuse me. So we're going to put this lid on, and we're going to let this sit overnight. And the real joy of this starts tomorrow. So as we wait for these to do this overnight, I bid you good night, and we will continue this as the finishing project for tomorrow. Hello, back again as promised to show the development results of when we last saw each other. I had left this bowl of colored water in the color that I wanted to, and I had showed you to show you how the water jewels, and I call them water bubbles, but they're water jewels, which it looks like this when it begins. Water jewels, they're real small, really small, almost like mustard seeds. But anyway, this is what it looks like. These can be purchased at any Michael's, at any Hobby Lobby. If you are my Ohio and Michigan fans, these can be purchased at 2000 Craft up in Monroe, Michigan. These beads expand when water hits them, but the overnight sensation of the water allows them. I'm going to show you. This is what the beads look like. They come from this size, and this is the result of what we get. And you'll see that they're purple. So whatever color that you use, and you can use them in clear also. And I also promised you that whatever color that you use, see the different colors that come about when you mix them in with the beads. It absorbs the color that you make, and it can be made out of any color. And it's also useful, I did not tell you, these beads are useful like in fresh flowers, like somebody gives you a bouquet of flower, and it's just flowers instead of using water. You can use these beads because they do hold water, and it's good for fresh flowers. I've used plants to start my root process in these because they hold the water. They do not they do not harm the plants or flowers, and it's a more beautiful display. And also, I wanted to tell you about the beads that I didn't say last time. As most things are hazardous to a lot of things, these can be hazardous also. You have to keep these out of reach of children, and because they look like they're not harmful, children will pick and mess with these, but it's a toxic. So we want to be sure that our children are not around playing with this stuff, because it could be very hazardous to them if it's put in their mouths. And also another thing I wanted to caution you on is when you are finished with these beads and the display of them, you don't want to. The way to dispose of them would not be putting them down any type of drain like a sink or toilet, because as I said again, these beads go from here, but they transform to this. So that means clogging and damage to your drain system. So we want to dispose of this in a garbage bag, tie it up, put it out with the trash immediately. So as we get started, here we go. This was done the other night, and so what I'm going to do is you drain the water off of them after they've come to the potential that they need to. So I'm going to take a drainer. This is drain, and this is an example. So here we go. And we're going to drain the water off of the beads, and be very careful because these beads are very bouncy. They bounce like little balls. So you be very careful, but you do drain the water off of them. So here we go. Probably can't get them all in there, but I got just enough in there. This is so exciting. Okay. Now I'm going to attempt to transfer this into this. So, see how they bounce? So you gotta have like a little steady hand. You don't have to be perfect. And this is all easy steps. So see, you can see the balls. Okay. So I'm going to move this out the way. And what I'm going to do is place this in this container. But I've got something just in case the balls do drop. So here we go. I'm going to show you how this looks. See how nice that is? Okay. And if you want, you can add more. So, this is how it looks. See that? Isn't that gorgeous? And that's the result that you get from that. So in this, again, I'm going to show you how I would decorate a table. Just to show you a small example of a table setting. So when we come back, I will show you the finished product of the setting of a table. Hi, we're back. Here's our display. Remember again, this is just something simple that you could do in a hurry, on a budget. And I know that some places are fire conscious, and that's really good. So I have two different displays, and as you see here, I've showed another different color besides the purple. And I have on this side, I have the tea lights, which if you knock something over, there won't be a hazard. It's more safe when children are about. But if you want to just go a little bit more, just a slight elegant more, see we have a display of the purple, and we have the small tea lights. Also came from the dollar store. All of this is from the dollar store. And that's what I'm saying, is doing crafts and being able to do things on a budget when you really can't afford to do the widespread thing that you want, just to make things, you know, look presentable and easier on your pocketbook. So this is my budget product that I have put before you, and I hope that you enjoy it. I'll be coming to you with many more things that are light, easy to do, won't even take you, some of it won't take you 15 minutes. There is a process in this, but if you take your time into the process in the way that I've shown you, you're going to delight out of it. And this is simple, even for those who are not decorative or don't have a decorative imagination. It's easy, it's simple, and it's quick to do. And again, it's a budget. It doesn't take everything out of your pocket. So I just wanted to share some of the things that I do with you and the joy that I get out of doing things on a simple budget. Till next time, this is Lynette Hammond saying so long and have a good evening.
Over past times, I began to replay through my mind my struggles, bad decisions, tried to bind me, blurry vision.